So with that out of the way, we are going to start modeling the front side of the phone. So what we're going to do is going to cheat a little bit. So we're going to copy that one here, backside of the phone, and name it front side of the phone, and remove that O1 here. Alright, now turn that 180 degrees so it faces this side of the phone, and unhide all. Select this, this, and this. So that's what we're going to need, except that we need one more reference. So alright, now, and the side one. Alright, so put this back, put this way back. Alright, so select those two, the front of the phone and the reference, Alt and Q to enter isolation mode, and scale it just a bit so it fits the front panel. Alright, exit isolation mode and go Tab Viewport, and now select those vertices here and pull them down like so. Go to the top view, the top part, sorry, and pull those up. So now we should be able to have a pretty decent fit when we do this. Now extrude by holding Shift and dragging, and what we need to do now is select those vertices here and move them to match the side of the phone that we just created. Move them right here. There we go. Now, from the left viewport, select all these vertices and pull them back, up just a bit. Then go to the top view side and do the same. Alright, so select this edge and pull it back a bit and tweak the vertices so we don't have an edge going on there. Right there. Alright, so we have our front panel now, which is looking pretty good, even though we copied it from the back. It looks great. Actually, we don't need that polygon, so delete that one here. Now select this one and that one and hideout selected. Go to the front view, enter spy mode, so see-through mode, and select this polygon here and grow the selection. So now delete it, and now we have place for our display. So what we need to do is the following. Select the border here, oops, and Shift and copy it, and then fix the height between those and those edges and pull it a bit back, just a bit, and then extrude it inwards. Now select this edge, this loop here, and scale it just a little bit, or maybe not. Alright, just do not scale that, and see what happens. It gives us one edge that we don't actually like to be that edgy. So we select that loop and chamfer it, but chamfer it just a little bit with a small amount of detail of segments though. Now what we need to do is select this edge right here and just remove it. So now we keep our shape intact and our smoothness is also intact. So unhide all, and now you can see we have our phone pretty much finished as soon as we consider that finished. So save that so we don't lose anything. Everything fits perfectly, so that's good. Now we're going to finish the back side of our phone. So hide unselected, select this border here and scale those edges inwards just a little bit. So you can turn this snap toggle so you can do it a little more precisely. Yeah, that should do. Just a little bit down. Yes, okay, alright. Let's say that that's good. Now, unhide all, and you should do is extrude that edge inwards, but it's a little bit too much inside, so I should probably go with this one. Alright, so unhide all and extrude it inwards. Yeah, it looks great. And just smooth it out. Now we have our edge going here, and now what we should do is select this and connect with 2 and 2 and just match those edges that go here. Alright, deselect those and slide those here. Alright, now pull this up, and there you have it. You have your panel ready. Then we do the same thing for the front of the phone. So enter isolated mode via pressing Alt and Q, and do the same thing as we did for the back. Alright, exit isolation mode and extrude inwards. Right, so now we have some overlapping here going on, so just a little bit here. There we go. Now you have your crease or edge here. Okay, say that again. Now for the display, select the front part of the phone and the front reference, hide unselected, and do, I think you might know what I'm going to do. Select this border and cap it. Select this polygon and pull it forward so it has somewhere here, which would be great, and name it display. Alright, now delete that one as we're not going to use it, and that's just a little bit forward, so there it is. Pretty good, I think. Yep, it's great. Alright, so select with our display selected, select our front reference and hide the unselected, the unneeded things. So what we're going to do now is select all those vertices that go down this edge, those edges, and remove them. Then we connect it, but with 2, and see, okay, move those down a bit and those up a bit so we fit the display. Then what we should do is press F2 to see our image back, inset it, but with a very small amount of inset, like so, and extrude backwards. Yeah. Alright, so if we've done everything correctly, we should be able to see that border here, And that's pretty much about the display that you should know about. So save that again, and now we're going to start to model the back of the phone, the stylus that is. So go to the back view. Now here on the back side we select our back panel, select our back reference, hide unselected, and what we're going to need to do is reduce the segments we have made earlier. So select those and remove them. Select those two and remove them. Now we have a pretty nice straight edge, which we should make like so, and scale a bit. There we go. Now we can always add as much as detail as we want to add, so that's not going to be a problem here. The main problem we need to solve is how to make the stylus, and now I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, so now we select that edge here, Alt and R for ring, and connect it. Slide it down and straighten that edge up so it has a straight edge here. Now Alt and C will give you the shortcut for cut, and cut edge and edge here and connect those two vertices here. Now check if there is any errors when cutting, because sometimes Max just doesn't realize it's cutting and makes another vertex when you're cutting. Now select this part and delete it. Now round the shape we just messed up, so it has no visible change of our mesh after this intervention. So I think this would be pretty nice. So go to perspective view and see if there's any visible changes in the mesh. Not that much, but still needs a little bit of tweaking. So we go and select our lasso tool and just tweak a little bit. So we don't see that visible part of the mesh, visible change of the mesh that we just made. Alright, I think that should do it. Yes, no visible change of the mesh, or that hardly noticeable. Then select this here and cap it. Now just a little bit more is needed. So I won't tweak it much. Alright, that's it. That's the deal for it. Then what we should need to do is select those polygons here and copy them here and say stylus. I don't know if that's the right spelling, but whatever. Alright, so delete that one. And now select this loop here and pull it back a bit, straighten it out just like so, and pull this right here so it won't intervene with our chamfering right now. So we go and chamfer that edge. That is of course if we have a supporting edge that goes here and a supporting edge that goes somewhere here. Alright, that edge we won't need anymore. So, chamfer that. Matches pretty perfectly. Alright, so now we have the slot for our stylus. Now what we need to do is just tweak, oops, not that one. Need to tweak that border so it doesn't interfere with our mesh here. Right, something like so. Or just scale it a bit and move it up. There we go. Now, select our stylus object and center the object, that the pivot that is, and select that one, the reference, hide on the unneeded stuff, go back and scale it down a bit, just like so, so it can fit in here. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, select this loop here and scale it down so we can have that thing that's going on our stylus. I don't know what it's called, but it's looking pretty good. And pull it up. So now we have done our stylus, but we forgot to do something. Yeah, that's it. Just move that part, pull it back, straighten it out, and we are done with that. So unhide all. Now the only problem that I see right now is that we have a hole here and we have to move this up a bit, just like so, which is pretty visible here. So what we'll do is select this part, ring it, select those edges, connect that one to one, put it here, slide that down just right here, and what we are going to do with it is going to create our backside. Somewhere around here is fine. Now select the stylus in that part, or rather not, then select this edge, straighten it out, oops, there we go, and straighten that out and bridge this and cap that. Now, no, needs another one. Alright, no problem, as much as you need, just in case. Alright, bridge that, cap that, and it should do it. Yes, there we have it. We have our stylus, we just need a little smooth on it. Now for beauty's sake, we will have to chamfer that too. So not that much, just a little bit. Lower the detail, or actually you can do just this. Select those, weld them together, select this, oops. Select these, weld them together, these two, and I think this should do it. Now chamfer it. Yes. With a little bit of detail. It's going to look awful, so little Control Z won't do us any harm. Alright, so we're gonna leave it that way. Now we have our stylus done. Save that again. And as I said, it's not a pretty mesh model to be a perfectly fine mesh. But as long as it looks good and as long as it does the job, you are in the clear. So the people who are going crazy right now when watching this and saying that's not a perfect mesh, I know it's not. I can make it perfect, but we're making it to look good. Okay, so I see I've just missed something here, or I've missed it everywhere, I guess, but it's not that visible. Alright, so we need to select this edge. I don't select it, and actually pull this up. Select those two, weld them together, unhide all, then select this part, and that edge, pull it back a bit. Problem solved. Alright, so we have our phone pretty much done. I think it's time to add them details. So first of all, we are going to make this upper part, which is going to be made out of a box. Of course, it's a box, so we should make it. Alright, unhide all, pull it up, and see where it goes. Somewhere around here. Yes, yes, that's it. That's the size of the box we're going to use now. Then convert that to a poly and do the same thing we did over and over and over again, but without my mistakes, of course. Flip it, go to top viewport and adjust it. Alright, now what we should need to do is consider how much the edge will go down when we chamfer it. So move them and chamfer that. That should do it. Pretty much that's it. Or rather, just first tweak that. Oops. Like so, and then chamfer the edges. Yeah, that should do it. Okay. So we have our upper part. We delete those lower polygons because we won't need them anymore. And that, I think, is not looking too good. So I'm going to cheat again and visit isolation mode. Make a border, scale it down, just like so, and extrude forward. Alright, so this should take care of that little pesky problem. Yep. Okay, now select this one, select the top viewport, put it in isolation mode, and what we should need to do is convert that to editable poly. Select those and inset it. This is pretty good. looking. Now bevel it down a bit. I think this is going to be fine, or maybe not. So just pull it back a bit. There we go. Now what we should need to do right here is create a couple of objects. First of all, we go to our shapes, our circle, create a circle here, here, and a rectangle. So we create that. After we create that, go to our circle again, create one more here, and now go to shapes. Where is it? Shapes, so we can select only shapes. Convert that to a spline, select vertices and refine it. Go to edge mode, delete the edges. Now go delete this, copy this, rotate it by 180 degrees, that is. Alright, so go to our line tool, put the snap on with pressing S. So you have to have only vertex to be snapped to, and start building our USB logo, if you can say that as logo. So go here, something like so, like that. You should probably want to adjust those to be perfectly straight, but I wasted too much time on doing this phone, so I'll probably won't do that. Now attach those parts, select all, and weld it. Then go and extrude that by amount of 5. Then select those and convert that to a spline, attach it, and extrude again. Where is it? There is it. Alright, so select those and those, and go up, go up, 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 up. There we go. Now put a material on it, because it looks awful when it's green. Now select this, this, and this, and this one. Now what we should need to do is make another box, but that this way is going to be chamfer box, or rather not. Let's be a simple box for that. Convert it to a poly, select all the edges, chamfer them like so. Then scale this up a bit. There you go. Then make a cylinder here and a box that should go right here for that button, and should be copied here without being cloned. There. Just put the vertices here and put that off switch in the middle. Now select the box, just create it, select all the edges, and as you know, we're going to chamfer them just a little bit this time. Now, oops, select this box here, do the same. Alright, so we have our primitives created, and just oops, pull them up. Now select those, hide unselected, and align them so they are in the same space. Alright, so copy the Y and paste it to all of them so we know they are in perfect matching space. Unhide all, select that one, do not move it, and select this, this, and this, copy it up, hide them. Now attach this, this, and this, and go to make them sync a bit. Go to compound objects, Proboline, and start picking. Just say before that, oops, wrong one. Start picking, and yeah, alright, they just disappeared. So we're going to do that again. See if it's going to work that time. Yep, there we go. Alright, so we have our shapes here. Now what we should need to do is convert that to a poly, or rather not. Unhide all. Then we select this one, which goes here, and that one which goes here. Select those three, those four, and do the same thing. Go to compound objects, Proboline, start picking, pick that one. That makes that, and the same thing here. Alright, so now that we have our buttons created, just scale them down so they can fit their respective places, like so. Put a gray material on it. Now this button should need a little more tweaking, so go to standard primitives, select cylinder, height, do that, and boolean that too. It's a lot of booleening and connecting edges, but that gets the job done. So I don't see why people would just go crazy about it. But hell, who cares about people? I'm just joking, of course. Alright, so let's see if we didn't miss something. No, everything's looking good.